Hi. Hi. Hello everyone and welcome to Farmer Joe Homesteading. Today is another fun farm update. We're going to be talking about why we ended up drying up our milk goats and showing you around the farm and a little bit about what has been going on around here. Stick around and join us. So let's go ahead and start over here in the goat shack like we normally do. So we did end up drying up Luna and Star. I made the decision to dry them up because Star had been looking really thin and just was not doing very well. I noticed that she just wasn't able to maintain her body condition very well. Even though they were on really good quality hay, plus the grains, they were getting beet pulp, alfalfa pellet, and their goat tex, as well as the good hay. And I was giving it to them as much as they could eat, and it just was not enough. She just was never really gaining weight. She just stayed really thin, and so I made the decision to dry Star up, and then 2 days later, I noticed a little bit of blood on Luna. I'm still not sure if she did, in fact, miscarry, just because there was very, very little blood. And I know with Mama, when she miscarried last year, there was a lot of blood, and it was like up her tail and really sticky. And I mean, it's wintertime, so like their whole area is white, and I never found any blood other than that little bit on her, and there was a little bit on Buddy's neck. But I've noticed that the girls have been fighting a lot, so the tops of their heads have been bloody from butting head slots. So it could also have been that was why. And so if they're butting and hitting each other and they're bleeding, that could have also been why she had a little bit of blood. Now, the only reason I'm not really 100% sure that she did miscarry is because she dried up immediately. So of course, when I saw that, I decided that was it. We're not separating kids anymore. We're gonna let her dry up. And within like 2 or 3 days, she was completely dry, and she still looks just as full as she did. She also would be almost halfway through her pregnancy. So if she had miscarried, there would have been more signs other than just that little bit of blood, because she was so far into her pregnancy already. So I'm really hopeful that she is still bred, but we do have the boys in here, so we'll count 21 days. She actually is usually on the 22 to 23 day cycle. So we'll keep an eye on her and see if anything comes of it. So that's kind of where we're at for now. But yeah, the biggest reason we decided to dry them up was just body condition. Luna and Star are second fresheners, which means they've had their second kids this year. And it's their second time in milk. And it was just way too much for them. They had kids on them, they are pregnant, and I was milking. And so even though I was doing all the things I thought I needed to do to keep their body condition up, it was just too much. I have been checking their eyelids, checking their fomantia, and they are totally fine. And nobody else in the herd looks like they have poor condition. So I don't think that it's a worm problem or a parasite problem in the herd, because everybody looks good and they look really good and healthy, just low weight. And so yeah, that's the decision we have made. So we are now not milking for the first time in almost 2 years. We have been milking consistently since March 2022. So it's definitely been really weird not having to milk and not having our own fresh milk from the farm. Other than that, though, everyone is looking really good. Even these little squirts here are starting to look really good, and they're growing like crazy. So this is Miss Star here. Even just in the last little while, I mean, look at her belly growing. But I've noticed, I've been checking along the spine to see and feeling her spine, and she's definitely putting on some weight since we've quit milking. So she's definitely getting better. Now here's her sister Luna. So she is still looking pretty good. You can see how dried up she is, and she's got a kid on right now. So her body condition didn't go down nearly like her sister's, but like there's barely a difference here along her spine. So I know that she's definitely doing better. Now the little girls, I'm starting to really notice just in the last few days that their baby bellies are starting to come out a little bit, especially you can see her with her jumped up there that little bit. Not so much on June, but I'm not too concerned. Now Eloise is huge and she just keeps getting bigger and bigger. So really excited about her. And then my triplets are also getting pretty big. They're all very wide and doing really good. And then Mama, she came and gave me a hello while I was videoing, and she's looking really good too. So a quick recap on due dates. Now this is just going off of memory. Mama is due February 12th, and then Star, Eloise, and Everest all bred the same day, and their due date is March 9th. Luna, if she did in fact miscarry, won't be due March 10th, but if she didn't, she's due March 10th. And then the rest of them kind of trickle out from there. The triplet sisters all bred around the same time, so their due date is, I believe theirs is March 12th, March 14th, March 16th. And then we have the littles, they bred later, so June and Sally and Jessie, they won't be due until the end of April. Yeah, so they're all doing pretty good, and we just had to switch hay, so we're feeding a round bale now that's a little bit lower quality hay. So I'm giving them a little bit of the good alfalfa squares. So they're getting half a bale of that here, and then as much hay as they'd like to eat from the round bale. So we're switching up their diet a little bit now that they're getting closer to that middle of pregnancy. So we're bringing down the protein a little bit. It is still very nice, warm winter weather. It's +2 again today. So I'm not too worried about them that way, and we'll supplement with alfalfa pellet as needed. So I don't have much to update you guys on for the birds, other than we are less than a month away from starting our hatching eggs for 2024, which is crazy. So we're getting really close to that time. The geese are doing really good. The geese are all integrated well together. So those 2 new ganders, they all now sleep together in the same space. They all sleep together over here. The turkeys are doing really well. I haven't noticed any breeding or mating displays, so we don't have any eggs coming soon, but hopefully in the new year we start seeing some eggs and some girls coming in to lay. Yeah, and the pullets are doing awesome. We're still getting a lot of pullet eggs, and they are doing super well, and the colors this year are stunning. They are definitely more beautiful than last year's. So really happy with all of our flocks and how they're doing. Now on to the hutches. The rabbits are just hunkering down for winter, but we do have them all in here together now. So I have Livy and Amber together here in their hutch, and then all of our junior does together in the hutch behind that, and then our bucks all in a line. So we're ready to go for 2024 breeding season. We're just waiting for that time. So we are hoping to start breeding in February so that we have some March kits, and then we'll continue on from March into October.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone, from us here on the homestead to you. Thank you so much for all of your support in 2023. We cannot wait for the fun year we are about to have in 2024. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and we would love to see you guys next time.
Oh, here we go.